शर्मा जी, श्रोतुं न शक्नोमि।
Sharma ji, Bhavan mute madhye asti. You have to unmute, Sharma ji. You are muted. Mute. On the Google Hangout window, you are muted. If you touch it once, you will see that it is muted. Now it is fine, Sharma ji.
Okay, fine.
We didn't hear anything from the beginning, Sharma ji. If you can start.
No problem. Begin. I'll begin again. Now you're able to listen?
Yes, Sharma ji.
Okay, fine. In the previous mantra, I was discussing about our journey, the goal, and the milestones. It was Ut, Uttaram, Uttamam. Ut is the physical world, materialistic world, about which you should know. It's a must, because that's the place where we live in, and that is from where we get our tools. So you should know about it, the tools what we use. Then we have to move from there to the Satchit. Satchit is the one which is aware of it, which is consciousness. That is Satchit. That's we, souls. And from there we have to proceed further and reach Satchidananda. That is the one which is blissful and peaceful. That's our final goal, ultimate goal where we have to reach. So these steps and milestones we are discussing in the previous class. Ut, Uttaram, Uttamam, Aganma. We shall travel in this direction. I was telling 2 more mantras are there which are complementary to this. So that we shall discuss today. Even if we have discussed earlier also, it doesn't matter, because it adds on to the mantra what we discussed in the previous class. It's complementary. It's better we remember it again, even though we had done it earlier. Sambhutincha. Sambhutincha. Vinashancha. Sambhutincha. Vinashancha. Yastadvedo. Yastadvedo. Sambhutincha vinashancha. Yastadvedo. Vedo. Yastadvedo. Ubhayam saha. Yastadvedo ubhayam saha. One vertical line. Sambhutincha vinashancha. Yastadvedo ubhayam saha. Sambhutincha vinashancha. Yastadvedo ubhayam saha. Vinashena mrutyum tirtva. Vinashena mrutyum tirtva. Vinashena mrutyum tirtva. Sambhutyamrutamashnuté. Sambhutamrutamashnuté. Vinashena mrutyum tirtva. Tva dirgha. Tirtva. Sambhutyamrutamashnuté. 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 Sambhutim cha vinasham cha yaha tat vedaha yastadvedo. Yaha tat vedaha ubhayam saha. Saha is sa and hakara. It's not visarga. Sa and hakara. Saha. Along with. Ubhayam saha. Vinashena mrutyum tirtva sambhutya amrutam ashnute. When you split it. Sambhutyamrutam ashnute is one word. When you split it, Sambhutya amrutam ashnute. Sambhutya amrutam ashnute. This is Yajurveda 40.11. Yajurveda 40.11. 40.11. Sambhutincha vinashancha yastadvedo ubhayam saha vinashena mrutyam tirtva sambhutya amrutam ashnute. Here they speak of two things. One is Sambhuti, another one is Vinasha. Sambhuti and Vinasha. And the person who knows both. So again the three entities what I have been discussing. So these entities Satchit, that is we souls, we should be able to understand Ubhayam, both. Saha, together. It's not one after another. Parallelly we have to understand them. What are they? One is Sambhuti, another one is Vinasha. Vinasha is one which is subjected to change. Vinasha is one which is subjected to change. Of course, Vinasha is change only. Because matter can never be destroyed. That's a scientific rule we know. It cannot be created nor be destroyed. It only changes form. The one which undergoes change is Vinasha. And the root for Vinasha is that only Nasha Adarshane. Nasha Adarshane is the root. That's the one which will not be able to see as it is now, because it undergoes change. It will never cease to exist. It exists, but it changes. We cannot see it in that form. That is Vinasha. So, which is the one which keeps on changing? That is this inner world. In this inner world, which is made up of the 5 elements, maybe in the modern science it is 108 plus elements, periodic table. Now this keeps on changing and changing. Sometimes the change is visible, sometimes the change is at a micro level and we will not be able to see it for a long time. Anyhow, this whole world is changing. That is Vinasha. Then I got another one which doesn't change at all. Sambhuti. The one which doesn't change at all is the Satchidananda. It is always new, it is always fresh, it is always evergreen. That is Satchidananda. So one should try to know and understand these two entities. One is Sat and the other is Satchidananda. Who is the one who tries to know it? That is a Satchit. Satchit. The goal of life for Satchit is to know the two things. One is the one which keeps on changing, the one which doesn't change. Keeps on changing is Sat, doesn't change is Satchidananda. It's the same always. It is fresh always. This I told several times. That's why it's called as Pranava. Nava is new always. Pranava, in the best way, it is new always. So that becomes Pranava. Pranava is another name for Satchidananda. Sambhutincha vinashancha yaha tat vedaha ubhayam saha. Satchit should understand both simultaneously. The one Vinasha, the materialistic world, Sat, and another one, Satchidananda, the ultimate goal for us. First you should know. Then what? Then what? Vinashena mrutyun tirtva. Tirtva means Tri Tarana Samplavana Yoho is the root. Tri Tarana Samplavana Yoho. To cross over, to swim over, to wade over. That is Tarana. That is Tirtva. By wading over, by crossing over. Vinasha. Vinasha is this material world. It's always going to change, which is not permanent. It keeps on changing and changing and changing. Mrutyum Tirtva. So with the help of this material world only, by doing our actions here in this material only, the soul, that is a Satchit, should be able to cross over death. Should be able to cross over death. So crossing over death is understood in two dimensions. One is crossing over the fear of death. In another sense, crossing over this birth and death cycle and being a state of salvation, being the state of bliss. In two ways we can understand this. With this help only of these material things. So the first thing what we are using is our Sharindra Manas. It's also made of 5 elements. So that's our tool, with the help of which we try to cross over. And several other paraphernalia are there. External, air, water, this and that, and so many tools are there. Use all those tools well. And with the help of those tools only, cross over the death. 2 dimensions again. Death, fear of death, and actual death. That is crossing over or getting out of this birth and death cycle. We need this tool only. We need this material world only for that. Without that, I can't do this. Without that, I cannot achieve that. I can do that only with the help of these tools. With the help of these tools, cross over, overcome the fear of death, overcome or move out of this birth and death cycle, fine. Then what? Sambhutya amrutam ashnute. Amruta is that bliss. Amruta is that peace. Ashnute is ashabhakshane. Experience, enjoy. Amrutam, that state of bliss, that state of peace. With the help of what? Sambhutya. Sambhuti means Satchidananda. By realizing Satchidananda and coming in contact with it, yes, enjoy that bliss for a long, long, long period. This in a nutshell, they have given a roadmap, a plan, as we saw it in the previous mantra, Uttaram, Uttamam. The same thing is given here also in a different way. Live in this material world, don't get stuck there. And developing and progressing this material world is not the ultimate thing. Know it. It keeps on changing. It's not a strong base for us, but it's a tool for us without which I cannot do it. Then attain a state of bliss. Overcome the fear of death. Overcome the birth and death cycle. For that, both you must know. Satchidananda also you must know, Sat also you must know. Sat is the tool, Satchidananda is the goal. The traveler is a Satchit. Sambhutincha vinashancha yastadvedo bhayam saha vinashena mrityam tirtva sambhutya amrutam ashnute. Yajurveda 40.11. 40.11. It is a very clear roadmap for us as to how we should lead our human life. Tool is given, Sharindra Manas, the two, a wonderful tool of a human form. I have it. Thank God. Use it to the best extent possible. Don't get stuck in the material world. But we cannot live material world also. We have to live in that. Materials are essential. They are our tools. Whenever I have this sharir, I have to nourish it. I have to eat. I have to drink. I have to do so many things. Fine. Do it. But mere appeasing of sense organs is not the goal of life. It's something else. It's only a tool. It's only a ladder to go up. Use this as a ladder. Don't get stuck to the ladder. And you climb up. With the help of ladder only, we have to cross it. And after we cross it, we reach that place where there is no fear of death, or we are free from the birth and death cycle. This is a process. The ladder and the material things are called as vinasha because it keeps on changing. And the one which is constant, which is the goal, is called as sambhuti. Sambhuti is the experience of peace and bliss. You may call it as moksha, mukti, salvation, nirvana, whatever it is. Anything is okay. That is getting out of the birth and death cycle. And while in the birth and death cycle, free yourself from the fear of death. When in the circle, while in the cycle, you overcome the fear of death, and with constant persuasion, we get out of this birth and death cycle also. But for both, we should be clear about the goal. That goal is sambhuti, and the tool and the vehicle, that is the vinasha. Both we must know, both we should know. We should know about the vehicle, at the same time we should know the destination also. That's what exactly is said in this mantra, which is very much complementary to our journey from Ut to Uttaram to Uttamam. That's what is said in the previous mantra. A similar mantra is there, one more mantra. Vidyam cha, Vidyam cha, Avidyam cha, Vidyam cha, Avidyam cha, Yastadvedo bhayam saha. Yastadvedo ubhayam saha. Yastadvedo bhayam saha. Yastadvedo bhayam saha. One line. Avidyaya mrityum tirtva vidyayamrutam ashnute. Avidyaya mrityum tirtva vidyayamrutam ashnute. Vidyam cha avidyam cha yaha tad vedaha ubhayam saha. Avidyaya mrityum tirtva vidyaya amrutam ashnute. Yajurveda 40.14. 40.14. The idea is the same. The concept is the same. Here in place of sambhutim, vidya is there. In place of vinasha, avidya is there. Vidyamcha avidyancha, sambhutincha vinashancha. Yastadvedo bhayam saha. Here also yastadvedo bhayam saha. Vinashena mrityum tirtva. Avidyaya mrityum tirtva. Sambhutya amrutam ashnute. Vidyaya amrutam ashnute. Same thing. Just replacing vinasha with avidya, sambhuti with vidya. though we are replacing two words, the two words which are replaced have got their own impact. Vidya. Vidya is Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaye is one definition for it in the Vedic literature. Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaye. The one which releases from the birth and death cycle is called as Vidya. It's not education as you understand in the usual sense. It's not that. That knowledge, that true knowledge, that divine knowledge, which releases from the birth and death cycle, which frees us, frees, F-R-E-S, which frees us from the birth and death cycle, and that knowledge is called as Vidya. Not any knowledge, not any knowledge. That specific knowledge which is capable of releasing us from the birth and death cycle is called as Vidya. Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaye. Then what about other knowledge? That's all avidya. Now here we have to take care to understand what avidya is. Generally, lack of knowledge is called as avidya. Okay, but here in the Vedic language, it's all that knowledge, still knowledge, which is not the cause for mukti, that's called as avidya. It's not that it is lack of knowledge. It's not that knowledge is not there. Knowledge is there. But this knowledge is not the cause for releasing us from the birth and death cycle. But still this knowledge is necessary. All such knowledge is called as avidya. Absence of vidya is not avidya. I make it very clear. In general sense, that's how we understand. He is a person who has got avidya. So what we mean by that is he doesn't have any knowledge. He's a fool, he's dumb. No, that's not what I mean here. Avidya is all that knowledge, still knowledge is there, but that is not the cause for salvation. All that is called as avidya. That spiritual knowledge, that divine knowledge, that best knowledge, which helps me to release myself from the birth and death cycle, that's called as vidya. Which is not is avidya. Avidya is still knowledge. Avidya is still knowledge. Avidya is not absence of knowledge. Avidya is still knowledge, but it doesn't help us in getting over the birth and death cycle. It fails. Doesn't take us up to that point. So it's all avidya. The one which takes us to that point is called as vidya. Vidyancha, avidyancha. Both. You can take avidya as a materialistic and worldly knowledge. It doesn't help us for our salvation. The divine and the spiritual knowledge, we can call it as vidya. So both, the materialistic and worldly knowledge and the spiritual knowledge, both should be understood parallelly. Ubhayam saha. Ubhayam is both. Both should be studied and understood parallelly. On one hand, we are studying this world, this material world, and trying to understand what it is and what its role in our life. And on the other hand, we think about the soul and its journey, its capacity, and its aspirations and its goal. On the other hand, one is avidya, another one is vidya. Both we should know. Vidyamcha, avidyancha, yastadvedo, ubhayam saha. Then what? When you understand the limitations of materialistic world, because it's not capable of giving us the guidance for attaining salvation, experiencing peace and bliss. That's its limitation. But still it's needed. Why? It's a tool. It's a tool. Sharindra Manas is a tool. Nourishing and this whole worldly materialistic thing, they are all supporting factors for the soul. That's fine. It all is a supporting factor. but still it is not capable of taking us towards the goal. It's just a vehicle, it's just a tool. That's its limitation. Avidya mrutyum tirtva. So you should understand its limitation, say that, oh, this is not the one which I need. It's only supporting, it's only jumping pad. It's only jumping plank. As you see it in a swimming pool. Swimming pool has seen that jumping pad, that's jumping plank. So they stand on that, jump and take the momentum and then jump into the pool. That jumping plank, that jumping stage is avidya. We just stand on that, jump and don't jump into the swimming pool. What's the use of it? That's not the purpose of that. And without that also, I cannot get the momentum to jump into the pool. It's required, but that's not the end of it. The end is jumping into the pool. So each has got its own role, each has got its own goal. Should understand both. And stand on the plank, jump, take the momentum, and get into the pool. So for that sake, you need a plank. So avidya mrutyum tirtva, crossover. They're all mundane and materialistic things. By knowing it, crossover, and finally merge yourself in that amrita state, that is the state of salvation, peace and bliss. Get the experience of it. Vidya amrutam ashnute. Ashnute is ashubhakshane, experience that amrutatva. Amrutatva is being in a state of happiness and bliss and peace, without the problem of birth and death. We are free from it. Amrutatva is that. I am not bound by this birth and death cycle. I am not in the birth and cycle. I am out of it. And for a long, long time I experience peace and bliss. And which is the cause for it? That's vidya. What is that vidya? Sa vidya ya vimuktaye. That is the one which releases me from the birth and death cycle. That is real vidya. It's not anything we call it as spirituality. It is that spirituality which is capable of releasing us from the birth and death cycle. It's very simple to understand. You have to get released from the birth and death cycle. It should help us in detachment. The one which helps us in detachment is real spirituality. If you are selling spirituality and commercializing it, that very spirituality is called spirituality, but it is not. It is avidya only. We are seeing now around the world so many spiritual leaders who encash spirituality, who sell spirituality, who make money out of it. Let us be careful that such things are not spiritual. It's not. Because it binds it more and more to money and materials here in this world. How can that be spirituality? How can that be vidya? Vidya is that which gradually helps us to detach ourselves from this mundane world. Of course, we need it. We need it, we use it, but internally we are detached to it. So it teaches the detachment. And one day it will be easy for us to get out of this birth and death cycle. So that which teaches us this detachment, yes, that is a real spirituality. That's a real spirituality. And that is vidya. And with the help of that vidya, they transgress the boundary of the physical limitations, the limitations of the physical world, and reach that state of peace and bliss. That's mukti, salvation for a long, long time. Vidyaya amrutam ashnute. Moving from ut to uttara to uttama. Here it is from moving from vinasha to sambhuti, avidya to vidya. That's the path. We have to identify, and that's the path we have to take, and it's possible only in our human life. Only when we are able to do this as human beings, yes, we can travel a little and come closer to the goal. What's that goal? Salvation, peace, bliss. If we fail to understand that goal, if we fail to understand the path, if we fail to understand the vehicle, we are lost. We sit in some vehicle, travel in any direction, in any way, in any form, and we don't know where we are going. That's the condition of most of us in life. But Vedas say, don't get lost. Understand, know it. Be clear as to which direction you are going, what is your goal, what's your destination, what's the vehicle, how is the vehicle. Everything you should know, and you should check here and now whether you are on the right track by looking at the milestones. So it's a journey from avidya to vidya. It's a journey from vinasha to sambhuti. It's a journey from ut to uttara to uttamam. It is such a clear roadmap for our life, which only human beings can understand and practice and travel. Because this tool, what is given to us in the human form, is so efficient and capable of doing it. To understand, analyze, and travel. Any other non-human form, whatever you have got, it is bound by its instincts, and that's the end of it. It cannot go further. Nidra, ahara, bhaya, maitana. That's the end of its life. But we can understand the path, we can understand the roadmap, we can negotiate, we can travel. It's possible for us. Because the instrument, that is human instrument, is capable of doing it. Make the best use of it. We have got it. Thank God. They are exposed to such knowledge. They are given that roadmap. Follow it and finally get the treasure. It's a treasure hunt. What is the treasure? The treasure is the bliss and the peace, which has no parallel. Peace and bliss is peace and bliss only. And until we get it, we are not satisfied. The soul is not satisfied. Whereas in the human form or in any other form, it is dissatisfied and discomfort. It experiences discomfort. But once it becomes closer and closer to the final goal of peace and bliss and attains it and experiences it, it cannot rest. It will be running in that birth and death cycle. Want to get out of it? Fine. Know what is vinasha, what is sambhuti, know what is avidya, know what is vidya, understand them clearly, and take the path of vidya, of course, with the help of the tool called avidya. Ride over avidya and move towards vidya. That's nothing but moving from ut, that is sat, and then uttaram, sachit, and then uttamam, sachidananda. It's a beautiful path. It's a beautiful direction that's given. Now it's up to us to travel and reach the goal. By God's grace, we are already on the path. We are already on the path. Because I understood, okay, this is a map, this is a starting point, this is the ending point, this you should know. All those things we are able to understand now. We are on the path. But until we reach the goal, we cannot rest. We cannot stop. Let us be serious and move towards the goal and get it. And this is also not just individually, it's also not selfish. That's also that's what we are going to see in the coming mantras. Yes, goal is fine, path is fine, travel is fine. But I cannot travel this alone. I have to take other people also striving or not able to find the path. For them, I have to tell them the path, show them the path, and take them along. And more I take them along, faster will be my journey. That's the beauty of it. In the real world, it's not so. In the real world, if more and more people join the journey will be chaotic. If it's just me or two or three, that would be a good journey. But here, on the spiritual path, more and more people you take along with you, yes, the journey becomes simple and easy. That's the beauty of it. So let us do that. Move on the right path, take others also along with us, and reach the goal. If not in this birth, the direction is correct. In one of our future births, we are definitely going to reach that goal and experience that peace and bliss, and help our fellow beings also to experience it. Okay, thank you for the day. We shall discuss many more things. As I was telling, take other people solo along with us. So I got few mantras from Rigveda, speaks about that. We will discuss about them in the today's Friday for me here, Saturday, Sunday morning, day after tomorrow, and Saturday night for you. Okay, thank you very much. Namaste.
Sir, ಸಂಭೂತಿಂಚಗೆ ಇದು ಧಾತು ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
ಭೂಸತ್ತಾಯಾಮ್.
ಭೂಸತ್ತಾಯಾಮ್.
Sambhuti is a right knowledge which is there. And it's also known as Sambhuti is the highest treasure. That's also understood. Highest treasure. Vinasha is the one which is going to change. Sambhuti is that treasure. It doesn't change. It exists. Okay.